to look at Veracity. There's been many asking here in the Discord, and it's just, of course, still one of the coins that I am very interested in. But I made my point about it because I did say that I'm not going to buy anymore. I have a bag. It's been staking on the website. I was just waiting for things to calm down with all their news, with all the FUD that we've had, with just everything that Veracity, hasn't been doing really. I've kind of stopped tracking it as much as I used to. I used to be in touch with, like, I had a group of friends that we all started out with Veracity, and we would, always exchange news about it and stuff. I just have so much going on at the minute. I'm busy with other projects. I am very passionate about one project in particular that I would have been so passionate about in the same terms with Veracity. I absolutely loved it. So like my focus has shifted somewhere else because I just understand there's obviously other projects right now that could have the same potential. But imagine, if you were getting into Veracity around those prices. That's how I feel about some projects at the minute. I'm not saying that Veracity doesn't have it to, make amazing returns yet again, but I'm not as invested in it as I used to be. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. But it is certainly super strong project. It has amazing potential in terms of what they do, what their technology is, and what it can achieve going forward. Those levels for me obviously haven't changed. I know it looks like a busy chart because we were tracking this, since the very top, and we were marking all the levels from the top here. It's hit this point, and it's been sitting here because that's a monthly chart. So I'll zoom in and just show you. Like, obviously we've been here for a minute since we dropped down here in June. Yeah, we had a bit of a scare, and it did drop below 4. Is that what you say? That what did you call it? This isn't 4 cents. So what is it? Let's help me out here, English speakers.
It's basically it's a decimal of a cent, isn't it? So you call it like 0.4 of a cent or 0.5 a cent.
0.4 of a cent, right? Okay, 0.4 of a cent.
Yeah.
So it did drop that at that level. It is for some reason holding, because on the monthly chart you see this huge, upside from all the way down here. Then you've had, came up above that resistance here. Literally just smashed through it. Came back down, and like this is a mammoth of a candle here for a monthly candle. So there isn't, like, unless we obviously zoom in on the weekly, then you can see like why. I suppose where's the why though? There isn't really a why. Why is it not going any lower? I don't know, because like on the weekly, unless we go on the daily, we might see a little bit more, because this isn't even support. This is like, it deviated here. So I'm not ruling out Veracity coming even lower. It had a brutal sell-off. It had a brutal, since March, this has not had a relief. It's just down, 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 down. Months of down. It had a lot of FUD. It just kept hitting, it just didn't have good since possible start of the year, because this was barely, it came down here in January. Yeah, it was in a bit of an accumulation. It failed to break above the 3 cent, and then so the last 6 months have been painful for Veracity believers and holders. So it obviously is an opportunity for many, but I'm not ruling out seeing Veracity drop down to this level here. The 35 mark. Sorry, not this. Just from simple technical support resistant levels, you can see on Traders Reality where you have this liquidity pools marked. It would be obviously a certain level here of support. So like we came down already nearly to the bottom of it with this candle. It doesn't look strong at the minute. I would have to bounce off this. It's the 48, around the 5 point decimal. Jeez, I can't even repeat this anymore.
You can do it, Marta.
0.5 of a cent. There we go.
There we go. That's more like it.
So it is another drop. You know, you'd have your drop level 1, rise, drop level 2. It honestly will depend how Veracity plays the cards right now, what they're going to bring to the table, how they're going to incentivize new and existing holders, so they're not, you know, going to start dumping their bags again. Because it is on the chart, I think we can realistically see lower for Veracity. Of course, for anybody new, great potential, great levels to get in. But again, look, guys, there's a big gap here. God knows how long we're going to be in this bear market and what Veracity are going to do. They're known not to be very communicative. They're known not to be, you know, loose-lipped when it comes to their announcements and just, you know, telling people.
Yeah, they definitely a major weakness of the Veracity team is community engagement.
Yes.
They suffer massively with that, which I think
100%.
is probably the main cause of all the FUD. You know, like when they did eventually respond with to address the concerns about the tokenomics, you know, they released a Medium article. You know, there was no AMAs that I can remember. There was no active engagement by the team with the community to talk to them, alleviate concerns. It was just a Medium article in black and white, which I don't think it made a lot of people happy. I mean, I did read through it. I can't remember now what my judgment of it was. I'll have to read back through it again. But yeah, it's just I think what they're definitely missing is somebody who can engage with the community directly as a bridge between the team. If they do that, similar to, let's say, a project like Lossless, you know, their CMO is Monica is absolutely sensational. So if they have somebody like Monica, not necessarily Monica herself, because I love her at Lossless, she's brilliant there, but somebody like her at Veracity, I think, you know, you'll see a lot of reversal candles going back up.
100%. And I like back in the time when I got into Veracity, the community, like they still have the community, but the community isn't doing the talking for this project. Whereas it used to be so strong that I think they kind of were confident they don't really even have to engage with the community because they had the community who was doing the job for them. I mean, it was so strong. I don't see it the same level. And I think right now, Veracity has to, from the team point, from the management point, they have to come together and basically put a little bit more emphasis on that, because, you know, it feels like people are kind of left to their own devices. They're drawing assumptions. They're doing, you know, a lot of obviously talking, and there's very little to coming from the team to either deny or confirm or, you know, reassure people whatsoever. But like looking at this chart, I see a lower. It obviously will again depend on what the team does from here on. From the technical point, you know, you have this level here. and you could easily drop even, two in around those levels. We could deviate here and maybe bounce back again around that accumulation zone. But then obviously this is the strongest support here, which would be a very, very big drop still from this point on. I would hate to see it, but again, that's why I said I'm just going to leave Veracity for the minute. What I have is going to accumulate whatever the team does from now on, whatever the project does from now on. I still think they have huge potential and they'll achieve it eventually. It will just basically take longer than I anticipated at the start. So for Veracity, I think that's it.